We're in the top eight. We are in the top eight. I am fine with that. That is perfect to me. I care about the scoreline. I care about the fact that we beat them 1-0. I wish that we could have beaten Pafos 3-0, 2-0, maybe 4-1, 5-1, 3-1. But I understand that sometimes that's not gonna be is not things don't always go to how you wish things to be. Things don't always go according to how you wish things would be. So, but at least we got the 3 points and we're in the top eight. And one thing that's very interesting is five out of the top eight teams are from the Premier League. So, what is that showing you guys? Man City is the only one who stunk up, who stuck on the joint. They stinked up, man. They were stunking. Man City was the only Premier League team that did not get the 3 point this round, this week, this midweek games of Champions League, and that is so disappointing, especially when the team that Man City lost to is so inferior compared to the other teams that other English teams beat. I mean, Glimt was inferior to Inter Milan, they were inferior to Marseille, but either whatever the case is, this is about Chelsea versus Pafos. What's up, guys? I'm Ash Black. I'm here to give you guys my review on Chelsea versus Pafos, with Chelsea scoring, beating Pafos 1-0 thanks to a late header by Moises Caicedo around the 78th minute. And honestly, I'm really glad that we just won and we just cracked into the top eight. Obviously, we're level on points with Barcelona and Newcastle, but and our next game will be against Napoli, who also lost, I believe. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They tied 1-1 against a 10-man team yesterday. So we have a chance to beat Napoli. I think we have what it takes to beat Napoli to avoid the round of 16 playoffs. But let's talk about Chelsea versus Pafos, the lineups, and everything that went down in the game, right? So Chelsea started out with a 4-2-3-1. No Cole Palmer. Rich James was double pivot with Caicedo. Badia Shield and Fofana were our center back pairing with Jerry Hato. Hato's been amazing for Chelsea. Under Liam Rosenior, Hato has been so solid, man. Like, he's helping defensively, he's helping in overlapping, and he's also box crashing as well. It's like he acts as the third man running inside the box to shoot. He had a shot on target against Pafos goalie, who I would not deny. Pafos goalie had a man of the match moments in this game. He had about 5 to 6 saves, man. He had saves against Caicedo with those long shots. He had saves against Baido Shield with his header. He had saves against Pedro Neto, Enzo Fernandez. I mean, this Pafos goalie was having really, really man of the match moments. I feel like if this game stayed goalless, Pafos goalie would have walked away with the man of the match. But obviously, I think Caicedo scored he broke the line. He broke the goalless scoring, making it 1-0. Scored the goal with some defensive masterpieces within the game. So that means he might walk away with the man of the match. Now here's the thing that I do want to say, right? Early in the game, around the first 15 minutes, we did very good putting that pressure on Paphos. I think we were very solid at maintaining ball possession and making sure that we keep on attacking them and we make those dangerous runs. But the problem was the low block that Paphos had was that deep defending low block was something that we struggled against. We walked into halftime with just go goalless because that deep defending low block had no choice but for us to cross the ball in. We had no choice but to cross the ball inside the box because they were just defending us so good. We could not attempt no line breaking passes. We struggled to attempt a line breaking pass because of the defense. We struggled to open up spaces that we can exploit because of their defense. And even when we were crossing the ball in, they were set up in a way that they will have a defender at the far post and a defender at the near post to head out or clear out any crosses coming in. Now, of course, in the first half, with a lovely cross from Rhys James, Enzo Fernandez was able to head the ball in. And if that goal had stood, we could have ended this game 2-0, or at least we could have gone to halftime with one goal up. But the goal was disallowed because apparently he kind of fouled a player. I don't know, either he pushed a player or he jumped on the player with pressed on the player's shoulders to head the ball in. But either way, VAR said goal was disallowed. And I do have to say that this is something that has to be talked about, right? Inside the box, being physical is a given. I don't understand why players are diving and falling just with a slight push or just with them just being held back a bit. I don't understand. Because these players, like these center backs and these fullbacks, are strong players. Like, let's not act like this. Like, you're not like a 5'2". You're like 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", 6'1", 6'2". You cannot be easily falling and all that. So when I see players just trying to take advantage of VAR by falling, therefore ruling out any potential goal scoring opportunities, I don't like that. Even if a Chelsea player does that, I will still not like it. Because that's what happened in Senegal versus Morocco, where a Senegal goal was disallowed because Hakimi got slightly pushed and he started rolling over like he was listening to Car Millionaire. They see me rolling, they hating. Like, come on, bro. Like, what we doing here, man? But either way, I feel like we went to halftime goalless, so I was a little bit okay. I just said as long as we can score a goal with as early as possible, I will be able to. My pressure will be able to go down. Jorgensen got hurt, unfortunately. I wish that Jorgensen would have been a goalie for this whole game because Robert Sanchez will be able to rest, especially against Crystal Palace on Sunday. But I guess not. So he had to come in. Rhys James also came off as well, and I am fine with that because that means Enzo Fernandez, who plays as a 10, would drop back into a double pivot with Caicedo, and Esteval will come in as a 10. And I was fine with that tactical change because it's been a long time I've seen Esteval being in the number 10. So it will be nice to see what he can do. And as expected, he did do some damage. Esteval did some damage as I expected. He had some shots on target. He made some dangerous runs. He struggled a bit on the flanks, on the wing side, because he was getting double team as well. So I did maybe I was expecting too much of him to beat those double team up, but it was fine by me. But either way, I was really being okay with us, just dominating the ball. And even when there was a slight chance of a counter attack, I love the fact that guys like Garnacho, guys like Caicedo, you know, Hato, Cucurella, they did a good job, you know, tracking back and pressing the ball player, allowing other Chelsea players to roam back and be in their defensive positions while also trying to ball win. I think our pressing was amazing. Liam Delap pressing was very solid, and I think we were really good with our pressing and how we were able to make those runs. The only issue I have is we don't do a good job making those runs inside the box. Liam, Chelsea manager, has to implement that into our team. We keep passing the ball around like dog. This is what they want us to do. They want us to resort to crossing. If we have to make a line breaking passes, especially against a deep defending low block team, we have to make runs inside the box. And Jeremy Gittins was the only one doing that. The problem is he was getting double teamed, so there was nothing much he could do. But we have to find a way to make runs inside the box. I did like the fact that Caicedo was attempting long shots, which, like I said, Pafos goalie did a great job saving. A lot of corner kicks. We had 15 corners. So that shows that we were actually attacking, and we were definitely getting desperate because we needed just 3 points to have a chance to solidify that top 8 position. And then the corner kick came right around the 78th minute. Pedro Neto crossed the ball in, and Caicedo coming out of nowhere with a flying header like his Roman Reigns, a flying header like his gold dust, bro. Bang, goal. I was so happy. Chelsea won. Pafos nil. I am just so happy, bro. And another thing that made me so happy is defensively, I think we have done a good job. Like back to back games, we're keeping clean sheets. Brentford, we kept a clean sheet, and against Pafos, we are keeping a clean sheet. If we're going to score these low scoring games with one or two goals, at least let us try to keep a clean sheet, you know? Like you don't want to be winning one or two goals and then you're conceding goals because then it brings into question like how good are we to compete, you know? And I'm just happy that Chelsea was able to get a 3 point because that's what matters the most. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, especially when it comes to low block teams. Hopefully, we can do a good job finding ways to score goals against low, deep defending teams because Pafos they were packing the bus even when they were one goal down, they try to come out to play to score. I think I saw signs that defensively we were locked in. Sanchez made some good saves, so that was luckily that was good for us. Um, Overall, I call this a good win. I said it's a necessary win, and we got the win, and that's all that matters. So now we're just looking forward to the Premier League on Sunday against Crystal Palace, and hopefully we can continue this form of W's that we're racking up. All right, guys, I- I'm out. Y'all tell me what you think about the game, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Peace.